In a parallel universe, West Ham United decided that Slaven Bilic wasn't the right man to lead West Ham to glory at the London Stadium. Instead, they chose this man. Hi there, my name is JNO. What's up guys, and welcome to another episode of the West Ham World here on JNO FM. We are in season number 4 and things were going very well for us, but we have recently lost in the EFL Cup. As you can see, we have lost to Juventus in the Champions Cup, and then we actually lost to Bournemouth. For some reason, I cannot contain Bournemouth and their pace. It's annoying. But as you'll have noticed from the intro, the scorelines from the Tottenham and the Legia Warsaw game are different. This time it is all my fault. I didn't save, I think. I'm assuming that's what happened, because when I loaded West Ham World up, it was just before the Tottenham game, almost as if I'd not played it at all. So, yes, twice in season number 4, I've played games on camera, put them on YouTube, and then had to play it again later on. So anyway, hopefully I press the save button, nothing corrupts, and we don't have any repeats of the last 2 episodes. However, we won both of those games and we won them again, so that is all okay. What that has done to the league table is we are now currently sitting in 4th on 18 points. We have a game in hand on Man United though, and we're on 18 points, so we could get to 21. We could be 3rd if the matches and results go our way. Of course, this early in the season it is all very tight at the moment though, so we need to keep up the pace to make sure we stay amongst these top elite clubs. Watford, they're the only one to really disturb the elite clubs other than ourselves. Of course it's Watford. Thank you very much, Miles. Just pipping Chelsea into the top 7. So today what we have for you is a massive fixture against Manchester City, who are currently 3rd just above us, and then an away tie against Bayern Leverkusen in the Champions League. After the defeat to Juventus, we really need to try and get some points from that Leverkusen fixture. We will then come back in for the second leg for the next episode against Leverkusen, and then the home game against Liverpool, who are 2nd in the table as we are talking right now. So looking at the team, you can see that I'm trying something a bit different. I was having a play around seeing what kind of players had the stats I wanted in certain positions. As you can see, the back 4 have stayed pretty similar, but Gibbs, when he comes back, has the stats that I prefer for a player to have in wing back. Tolisso has the stats for this midfield position. I've changed it to anchor though now, from I believe it was a deep line playmaker before. So he also has the attributes though, Tolisso, to play in that right back role. So potentially we could look for another player here and move Tolisso to full back on support at right back. Luan has all the stats to be a very good wide playmaking attacker, the kind of role I want in that position there. So we're going to give him a game there, see what happens. I know it's a bit of a random fixture against Man City to try this, but I'm going for it. Van Ginkel just has the stats that I want in that middle of the park area. And he's Van Ginkel, he never lets me down. Bekir Ayan, when I looked for a wide midfield attack and the stats I wanted, actually was as good, if not better, than some of the options I had. I'm not going to play him though against Man City, but he is definitely in my thinking for that role. He is on the up, 17 years of age. I might train him up to be a right midfielder. So far, his stats are looking pretty good. We then have Clarkson, advanced playmaker attack. He has the attributes I want for that area. I know we've been playing Draxler there, but I'm going to give Clarkson a go against Man City. It's a big fixture. If he can prove himself in it, then he could be taking that position. And then Muldoon is another youngster from Australia that has really good stats. I probably won't risk it in this fixture, but he could do the business for us and could be our answer for a world-class striker if he keeps improving the way he has. Okay, so we are going to take off Muldoon, but we'll keep him on the bench. And I think we'll put Draxler where Bekir Ayan is. Does mean Will Hughes is actually benched, which I never thought I'd be saying to you guys. Eagstein's struggling for match fitness, but we'll still play him. We need to give some numbers to our youngsters. Just give him some 40 numbers. Okay, so Gundogan is absent, so that is good, but I'm pretty sure Man City can cover almost all of their players. So I'm going to just say, doesn't matter who's injured, we've got to focus on ourselves. So we'll quickly look at Man City's side. I'm going to get over my whole bias of I can't talk about the other side. I probably won't zoom in anymore. I've decided that isn't necessary to zoom in. They have Donnarumma in goal. Great goalkeeper. But Nat is coming as their new left back. Flanagan, of course, who was playing for us recently, has gone to Man City, is now their right back. Stones and Otamendi. Verratti, great midfielder they brought in to play alongside Fernandinho. They have Hazard, De Bruyne and Coutinho behind Aguero. That is ridiculous. Gabriel Jesus isn't getting much game time, and he is someone I actually looked at trying to bring in. I think he would play very nicely as our striker, but they wanted 69 to 80, no, 98 million for him. That's a lot of money. Anyway, we're going with the very familiar formation of Rajkovic in goal, Davis, Oxford, Saul and Wisdom as the defenders, Tolisso sitting just in front of them. Van Ginkel is the midfielder ahead of Tolisso, with Draxler and Luan on the wings, with Klaassen sitting just behind Egerstein. Okay, so we're going to speak passionately to him because it's a massive fixture, and we're going to say it's for the fans. They've listened keenly, but it's not had the effect I would have ideally wanted. But I do personally believe this first team talk isn't as important as the half-time one. Okay, and we are going to kick off. A win here kind of decides if we are trying to keep Champions League football or if we're actually making a play for the title. Because we need to win games against the big boys when they come to the London Stadium to have a real title push. We came close in season number 2, getting second. Unfortunately, we couldn't go all the way. So now is the time. I think the team is a lot stronger than it has ever been. I think this is the strongest team I have had apart from that side. If I can't get second again, then clearly that side was stronger than this one. As the ball's into Klaassen, you should have put that away. Anywhere but straight at Donnarumma, and that's a goal. Okay, Luan now with a free kick. Blasts it against the wall. Luan looks out wide to Davis though, who has been great filling in for Gibbs at left back. The cross is not good though. Flanagan picks it up. Flanagan hoofs it forward. Aguero has just been left wide open. We need to stop Aguero. He's running at us. Shoots from distance. You know what? I'm happy he shot from distance because I was a bit worried then. Okay, Hazard now has the ball. Plays it into De Bruyne in the middle. De Bruyne to Verratti. Verratti to Coutinho. Oh, this is not good. We're going to up our attacking mentality because we're not getting anywhere near as many chances as they are. Okay, half time and it is 0-0. I expected more fireworks from this fixture, if I'm brutally honest. Okay, so we've told the boys to try and get revenge for what happened last time we played Man City, which has had a positive reaction with some of them, but not as many as I'd like. Okay, all greens apart from Oxford and Luan is not bad. Maybe I've taken a risk playing some people in positions I don't usually play him in. Would Draxler have scored if he'd been playing advanced playmaker? That chance that Klaassen hit straight at Donnarumma? Potentially. He's been on decent scoring form, maybe putting him out right. He's now not getting the chances he was getting. Davis wins the header there, finds Luan. Luan can run with the ball inside from the left. It's back to Luan now, who finds Egerstein. Egerstein should play it back to Luan, but he loses the ball. Saul wins that header though. We should pick up the ball here with Van Ginkel to Luan again. Luan play it into the middle to Egerstein. Instead he plays it to Klaassen, who again gets tackled. Now the ball over the top. Wisdom with a great interception there, but unfortunately it's fallen to Verratti. Verratti blasts it wide. Okay, there were promising signs there, but I'm not sure Luan was making the best decisions. And Klaassen also let me down there a bit with his control near the edge of the box, of Man City's box. So we're going to look at making some changes now. Egerstein, as far as the average, or Wisdom's not having a good game. I've not seen Wisdom do anything too bad though, but we'll bring on Byram. I'm not going to leave someone on that's got that low an average rating. And Egerstein, you're going to come off and we're going to give Muldoon his debut. What can you do, Mr. Muldoon? So we're going to say we've got faith in Sam Byram. And we're going to be calm with the youngster and say there's no pressure. We don't want to put too much on the young boy's shoulders. Muldoon, can you announce yourself to the Premier League with a great moment for yourself as a youngster against Manchester City at the London Stadium? Okay, so Man City are starting with the ball at the back. They have found Otamendi, who plays it to Verratti. Verratti to Coutinho. Coutinho to De Bruyne. De Bruyne to Fernandinho. He's got plenty of time to find a pass to Iheanacho, who's come on. who finds the ball over the top to Coutinho. Byram, great interception there. Plays it to Tolisso. Are we building an attack of our own? It's hoofed off the pitch. That's a lot of work for Muldoon to do there, Tolisso. You surely had an easier pass on than what you actually did. As Coutinho comes forward with the ball, shoots from distance again. If we actually have a look, Man City have had a lot of shots from distance. They've only had 8 shots from inside the box. We've had 6. So they haven't had many more chances than us from inside. Tolisso plays the ball out to Luan. Probably looking at making another substitution after this highlight as Fernandinho wins that ball back. Gabriel Jesus has now come on. A win here would let Gabriel Jesus know that maybe a move to West Ham's a good idea. But Iheanacho looks like he's going to have a shot, and it's straight into the hands of Rajkovic. So we will look at making a substitution now. Klaassen, you've kind of disappointed me, mate, to be honest. I'm surprised I'm doing this, but I'm going to bring on Bekiryan. That means that Julian Draxler can move into this advanced playmaker role, which he's had such success in recently. So bringing on 2 youngsters when we're drawing 0-0 isn't what I'd usually do. But we've gone with it just because it's putting Draxler in that position where he's been so effective for us. And I'm not sure Will Hughes or Tillemans are best suited to be our right midfielder. Davies now has a ball to throw in. Muldoon gets it. Plays it back to Davies, who crosses it in. Luan should pick it up. It's a foul in the box. We have a penalty. Marco Verratti has fouled Van Ginkel, I believe, in the box. Luan, do not mess this up. All I ask of you is to not be an idiot right now. Just nice, simple penalty into a corner that Donnarumma cannot save. I hate penalties on this game. I absolutely hate penalties on this game. God damn it. It's going to be most likely a 0-0 draw. That would have won us the game, got us 3 points. We have a cross into the box with Draxler now. Is it a last minute winner? Or is it a last minute counter attack and winner by Man City? Do not do this. Thank you, ref, for blowing full time. Luan, what is your issue? Seriously, penalties are messed up on this game. I really don't think they're going enough. I think keepers save way too many. My keepers save way too many. Which is a plus when it happens for me, of course. Alright, we're going to be calm with the boys and we're going to tell them unlucky, it wasn't our day. To be honest, I think that game could have gone either way. But a draw against Man City isn't bad. We have to pick up points against these big teams. Ideally, though, we would have liked to pick up more points because that would have put us top of the table. Okay, so it's now time to look at the fixture against Leverkusen away. But before we get into the episode, I just want to say thank you. But before we get into the game, I just want to say thank you to Bren the Scout, who on Facebook has been talking to me about the transfers I can make for this West Ham side. Bit like Nugent was on Twitter. He's been really helpful. We haven't signed all of the players he's suggested, a bit similar to Nugent from Twitter, but that's because they're either already bought by big teams or they're too expensive or they don't want to come to the club. But all help is really appreciated. Comments, everything about the series, questions, statements, all of it is great. So really appreciate any advice that you guys give me, any kind of conversation we can have about the game, because I love talking about it. There's a reason I make these videos on YouTube. Now, looking at the actual match, Leverkusen, like Bournemouth, are one of the sides that I just don't seem to beat. Now, Leverkusen have 2 very fast strikers. I think Jimenez is fast, but I know Hernandez definitely is. Hernandez kept tearing me a new one when I was manager of PSV last year on Football Manager 16. Now this team, and I liked my PSV Patrol side, but this team is better than that PSV side. I think that is fair to say. Our players are now in more familiar positions for themselves, but hasn't changed too much. Berahino is going to come in for Egerstein. Luan is going to go to advanced playmaker on attack. Draxler is going to take that wide playmaker role with Van Ginkel back in the right midfielder position. And Klaassen will now be the central midfielder on support. Although I'm tempted to bring Hughes in just to make sure Hughes doesn't get unhappy. In fact, you know what? Because of the way Klaassen played, he can come off. And I'm tempted to take off Luan as well. Just, I'm not sure who for. Berahino can play there, but he's not really the advanced playmaker type in my eyes. We could put Van Ginkel there, but it's not really somewhere I've really tried Van Ginkel. We'll leave Luan, because Luan has had some really good games recently. Klaassen let me down last game though, so we will take him off. Hopefully I can avoid what is the usual defeat to Leverkusen when they have Hernandez. And is Jimenez fast? Yeah, 16 pace, 16 acceleration. So they have two very fast front men. Hence why we're setting our team up for counter. I believe Bailey is quite fast as well. 18 acceleration, 18 pace. So they have blistering pace in this side. So we have set ourselves up for a deeper defensive line and we're on counter. Hopefully that will work against this Leverkusen side and negate the pace that they have up front. Okay, so my side has been, or was at least against Manchester City, a bit more defensively solid than we have been recently as Bailey runs forward here. So I'm hoping for that again, as Bailey just ran right through our team and then Rajkovic had to make a save to prevent a goal there. Not great signs in the first 10 minutes as we have had very little chances ourselves. Looks like Rajkovic is going to be taking a free kick here as Bender approaches the referee. Didn't see any incident, so I'm presuming at worst this is going to be a yellow. I'm not even sure, I didn't even see yellow, so he might have just got told off. Don't know what for, that was a bit random, I don't remember seeing anything myself. I get the feeling that we're sitting too far back though on counter. Alright, Van Ginkel now has the ball though. This would be hopefully when the team would start bombing forward. Will Hughes could have played a great ball to number 8 Van Ginkel then, but just couldn't get the ball away. Are we sitting too far back? I mean, this is preventing... Oh, wow. Deflection and goal. I was going to say it's preventing them from getting in behind our defence, which is where Hernandez and Jimenez and Bailey can all be absolutely lethal. But it does stop us playing the usual game that we play. So I might go to control, but keep the defensive line deep instead of being on counter, because we are not building anything ourselves. So I think that's what I will do. We're going to change from counter to control. Hopefully that means we get our own chances, because right now we need a goal to get anything out of this game. We're not going to get anything out of this game by trying to be too defensive anymore. Okay, we have had a chance. It was a half chance as well. Not highlight worthy, but still a half chance. Alright, Luan does pick up the ball on the edge of the box, has a shot, another deflected goal, but we have pulled one back. Now had two half chances to equal their two. We're coming back into the game. Is this a really bad deflection again? It looks like it, as Luan controls it, takes a shot. Looks like it hits the chest of that player there, number 11. And it is now 1 apiece. Ideally, we really need to be getting something from this game, otherwise Leverkusen and Juventus are going to kind of run away from us. We do have home fixtures against both Juventus and Leverkusen to come. So we could still pull it around even if we don't necessarily get anything from this game. Alright, we told them we're pleased. The only person that doesn't agree is Luan. And we haven't turned that around. He's lost focus. But everyone else generally took it positively. So we now have Leno playing the ball to Dragovic. Dragovic out wide to the left. He's found Bittencourt now. Bittencourt can come forward, play it to Raul. Raul's just skipped past his man and hit the crossbar. The amount of crossbars recently that I've been seeing in highlights is ridiculous. They're not that common, are they? Okay, Ben Davies, for probably the first time I've ever noticed, not having a very good game, and we don't have anyone that can really play there. Problem is, when we had Riederwald, he could play left back, so I'd just drag him across. Not ideal. Reece Oxford, however, is also only slightly better, so we're going to bring on Michael Keane. And then Berahino can come off for Egerstein. And we'll just calmly tell him we've got faith in them. We expect a good performance, but we have faith that they can do a good job for us. Alright, so we're going to be calm and tell them to concentrate. Cheeky, calm, concentrate as Will Hughes comes forward, finds Egerstein, finds Van Ginkel. I feel like he couldn't get a proper shot away because of the left back there. But if I wanted that ball to drop to anyone, Van Ginkel would probably be the man. In my eyes, he is the man, the myth, the legend, Marco Van Ginkel. Alright, hopefully this isn't what I'm worried it might be, which could be a last gasp winner as Raul just runs forward. Finally, Tolisso decides to actually stop him. Egerstein can pick that clearance up. Egerstein play it back inside to Hughes. That is nice. Alright. Slow, patient build-up. Great ball through to Egerstein. Doesn't have the legs to beat Jonathan Tah. If Berahino was there, then potentially he could have been through. But Egerstein, as far as I'm aware, doesn't have that sort of pace. Raul now running down the wing. Gets a cross in. Keane hoofs it clear. Do not concede now, boys. Whatever you do, do not concede now, please. Tellez whips in a ball. Chicharito, back post. Keko. Please be offside. Was that offside? I feel like that might have been offside, but they've given the goal. It's going to stand. We've lost in the last minute of the game. Ball floats over Chicharito. Keko is there. Near post. Oh, no. Why? It looks like we may not make it into the knockout stages like we did last year. We needed something from the 2 games away to Leverkusen and Juventus, in my own opinion. Looks like we're going to come up short as far as that is concerned. I wouldn't say it's been a bad performance. We did stop balls going in behind, which is what I seem to always fall victim to against Leverkusen. We're going to tell the boys unlucky it wasn't our night. Is there anyone that had a massive stinker? Should we have a go at him? Right, that didn't seem to do anything, but we told Ben Davies we're unhappy with him. We expect more from the man. So, the table now, we need a win against Juventus and Leverkusen, or them to drop points either against each other or against Legia Warsaw, which I don't see happening, seeing as Juventus beat them 5-0. Anyway guys, thank you so much for tuning in as always to the West Ham world. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel. Hit that like button. All the support I can get from you guys is awesome. Leave a comment down below on what you think I need to do to take this West Ham side to the next level. Because right now, we're kind of just about getting Champions League. We're almost doing an Arsenal. We're just getting Champions League every year. With all that being said, I've been JNO. You guys have been awesome. And remember, it's all about the game.